Hello, everyone. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Tech Talk. I am MVJ, the host, and I'm delighted to introduce our session on Investroom AI, empowering entrepreneurs to raise capital and scale. Firstly, before we start the show, I would like to thank our sponsors and media partners, K Media Marketing, Borneo Post, Sunday Post, Utusan Borneo, Oriental Daily, and TFM. In today's fast moving startup ecosystem, access to the right investors, the right data, and the right platform can make all the difference. Enter Investroom AI, a platform designed to harness AI, data clean rooms, secure virtual investor entrepreneur spaces, and streaming content to help entrepreneurs present their ideas confidently and connect with vetted investors. Today, we will explore how this platform works, what it means for entrepreneurs looking to raise capital, how investors can leverage the service, and what the future holds for AI enabled fundraising. We are honored to have with us Dr. Ahmad Moradi, the CEO of Maxwell Rand, and Mr. Bart Janison, founder and CIO of Inspiring Company and co-founder of Custom AI, and Mr. Paul Beans, the CEO of Custom AI. So without further ado, let's jump into our discussion. Over to you, Dr. Moradi.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for being with us at our weekly event of Tech Talk. Uh, as you all know, our objective is always to inform, communicate, and educate the market with various topics that we feel that it's important to our society, to our people, to our businesses, to our models that we are working on. And more importantly, creating a new streams of opportunities for the people that we feel that they have been affected. In today's conversation, one of the areas that is extremely dear to us is how this new generation of what we call Gen A, all the way to Gen Z, to Millennia, Gen X's, and so forth, that they are being affected by impact of layoff, job opportunities that they are losing, and AI is coming to take over their jobs and so forth, that we can create a new paradox. And this paradox becomes a platform by itself. So I'm honored to work with my Dutch partners in Netherlands, that they have been very proactive. One thing I love about Dutch people is that they always take care of Mother Earth. So they care about the situation. They don't like to abuse the environment. And along with that, the use of technology has become part of that mantra. So respecting AI, using the good AI for the purpose of creating new opportunities, it has become part of our mantra. So what we are about to talk about is a project that Mr. Paul is going to give you a live demo. We have spent over several years of research, data analytics, and so forth to create a new generation of a platform that we call Investroom.ai. And with that, we are going to hand over the podium back to Mr. VJ with a series of questions and a presentation by Mr. Beans that is going to showcase and feature how this technology can help from an inception of an idea all the way to the funding of a project. Back to you, Mr. VJ.
Thank you very much, Dr. Moradi. To our guest, Mr. Bart Janison, over to you. I would appreciate if you could kindly give us a slight briefing on your bio.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. VJ. Thank you so much, Dr. Moradi. Thank you so much for having us here, two crazy Dutch guys calling in from the Netherlands. It's pretty cold here. It's stormy weather today. The storm Benjamin is entering the country. The airport is closed down and people are scared and thinking of, okay, what's going to happen with us? What's going to happen with AI? That's the future we're going to talk about. I'm proud partner of Investroom AI. And Investroom AI is a very special project. We co-created and facilitated by Custom AI, and Paul will tell you in a minute. But it has its origin a couple of years ago while we were working on an international accelerator program. And Paul and I were facilitating the program, and we had 20 scale-ups around the world joining the program. And there was one guy from Poland. He was joining our program, and he said, Bart, I'm going to help you with your framework, your inspiration canvas, and I will transform it into an application, and it will be fueled with magical abacadabra stuff so entrepreneurs can really scale up. So I say, oh, wow, what's going to happen? Show me the solution. I'm looking forward to it. And quite some time later, the guy was working closely with Paul, and they presented back to me, and it was really amazing. It was awesome. Uh, Years ago, I was published by Morgan James Publishing from New York with a small book of inspiration. And the book was transformed into a digital framework in a solution where entrepreneurs are easy, can sketch out their business idea in couples of minutes instead of struggling and having all the sorrow and trouble about, okay, what to do next. And in I said always, in 1 hour I can make your inspiration canvas. The solution was actually in a couple of minutes, complete business plan available. So I was in the business of AI, and I'm so proud that I'm part of the team, the dream team of Custom AI, and that we are joining Investroom. So that's a little bit my background. 25 years of entrepreneurship. I met Mr. Moradi, I think 2 decades ago. It was in a famous hotel in Amsterdam, and I'm proud that we are still here, alive and kicking. So back to you, Mr. VJ.
Thank you very much, Bart. Interesting. Mr. Paul Beams, kindly introduce yourself to our audience. Over to you.
Okay. Thank you for your invitation to be here and to talk about the custom AI. My introduction, I am the founder and the CEO of Custom AI, and the story begins what Bart was telling about in training. We trained some people, and one of them was the Poland guy. And AI came up, and I was working on that on my own tools, and he was working on it, and we fought each other. We found each other and thinking about what can we do, how can we leverage this, and there are so much possibilities, and that's how it came to life. And now today we have something that can help people in this space. And let me little bit of background on it. It's that ChatGPT is all over, and everyone is using it. I think now, but the difference is that what we have created, we took it like I like the analogy about electricity. Like the thing is that the language models are the electricity. What we have created is tools around it, like tools that runs on the electricity. Yeah? So, and that's the thing. What we have done is took the electricity and make a tool like generating ideas, generating business plans, or take it from there, and that helps people to uh, make something in a structured way that's instant there, without thinking about what should the structure be, what should the business plan look like, which steps do you have to fill in. That makes it that it in total get to a plan that you can bring to an investor. So he sees everything there. He sees everything in a structured way there, that's in a way presented, so he can look into it and sees a report that's already been done without any blanks. That's mostly the case. That's not efficient or not done well, which it has to go back, and it goes back again and again and again. So it's never a good project, not a good plan. And that's the thing and it will help enormously in making in a short time. So that's the two benefits of it. All right, I hope that gives a little bit of background to you, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Paul. Mr. Bud, do you have? Shall we proceed with the launch of Investroom AI?
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm very excited about it. So somehow we need to have a kind of group hug or dance to inspire all the people who are watching us, and then somehow we count from five to zero, and then we will officially launch. What do you think, Mr. Moradi?
I think this is a great idea. One thing that Paul mentioned in here before we started the soft launch that we are doing actually through our audience in Asia Pacific, then we will be moving to different parts of the region, such as Australia and in obviously APAC market that we are already here, but in Europe and United States. Paul is a catalyst because he is trying to create a solution for the entrepreneurs, especially the people that they're doing startups from a concept, for example, because investors have to have a solid foundation for their business decision, not only based on the trust, but based on fact. And I think one of the things that Paul has done is enabling the individuals that they may have some hypothesis, if you will, or ideas that is it real good idea or is it a lousy idea? You know, it's very straightforward. Sometimes you have to call your baby ugly, pardon my French. But, you know, it's the most important thing that you want to get a validation. And I think what Paul has done in Investroom AI is build the modalities of those systems that can provide the output that when investors are looking at it with the confidence. Back to you.
Super. So what are we gonna do right now, Mr. PJ?
So we're gonna do five, right? Four,
Five,
three.
4, 3, 2, 1, and go. But
Bart,
Yes, here we are. Super proud. Thank you so much for having us. Investroom is officially soft launch. So well done, well done. We go live to Paul Beans and he will give us a live action demo. Wonderful. Thank you guys. We made it. Wonderful.
Yay!
Oh, thank you. The floor is yours. Yee-hoo.
Oh,
all around.
So Paul, the screen share is yours.
all right, good. Let me take it. So the first thing what I'm going to show you is the system itself. This is the white label system. Let me share this up. So what we have done over here is this is a white label version. That means that there is another system where it is backed on, and I will show you in a minute that one. This is you see the inspiration canvas, the business plan, and the finance. We have three of them, and this is all based on AI, and the language models in this case are ChatGPT, but it could be anyone, one of the others. And what we'll do is I will walk you through just a part of it because it takes too much time to go over all. But think about that this inspiration canvas, for instance, is based on a framework. So it's a process behind it. And if you go through it, the first step is just thinking about, okay, I have an idea. Is it something? And that's what this is for. And when you think, this is good, this is something which we can work with, then you go really in depth to it. And that's the step 2 in going into the business plan. And then we go to the finance because it's not only the 9 steps of the business plan, but there's also a finance part, and this is a little bit deeper because that makes more sense to an investor. All right, this sounds like a nice plan, but what about the finance? What's about the money? So that will help there. So what I'm now going to show you, see this is the white label version Investroom, and my customer, what's based on, is kind of like the same, as you can see. Only much more applications. Only in this case we selected just for 3 of them for Investroom, but because to making it smaller, it brings people. Oh, I only have to do 3 things. That's easy. That's what we want to do. So I will start with the ID generator because I already did something there. And if someone has an ID, it can fill that in like I did before. In this case, I think sports coach. That's something to do. What could I do more? You can fill in your resume here or drag and drop it. But but also some text, and it will submit here. So that's what I did. So I did some windsurfing. I could do running, and it gives me another one. And what it does with this is I go to the next phase. It can generate me options for opportunities. That's what it's doing now. Because now it makes connection to ChatGPT in this case and give some JSON output. It looks a little bit JSON, but in a minute, within a second, it will change to nice readable stuff. And I can select something here. So I select, I've got 4 windsurfing skills virtual coach. Now let me do that. Just save this one. So what I'm now doing is I save this, and I can use this in the next part. I scroll down now, and I go to the next, and this is the inspiration canvas, what Bart was telling about. And now what I'm going to do, I pick that element which I just saved. So I take this, it takes the information, so I don't have to fill this in, and I go to the next series of questions. These are based on a process, on a framework, and it's all in the right order. So it's asking about the mission and vision. And if I don't know, I say, okay, let ChatGPT help me with that. And that's what I'm doing here. It's generating something. I can use this. So I use this, put them in there. I only have to submit it. And then I'm going with the next. I can generate some more if I want. Let's go to the next one. Here I is ask about the goals. And so when I do this, let me just click something. Oh, that's all a lot. Let's
You don't want 1 million.
you want 1 million? I'll do 1 million.
Everybody wants big numbers.
1 million. All right,
10
everyone.
million.
1 million. All right, good. Then we go to the action plan. All right, how then? What should we do? Now it gives some text around it, but let me help them make a plan. So it's just in basic. It's not in depth yet, because it's just about the ID what we have.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just making everything on one sheet to have something to discuss. Is this the right way, or should we start over? That's mainly the thing.
So it means that you can start over if you make a mistake.
Yeah, you can start over when you have make a mistake, or if I go back and then change this. You can.
Okay.
One of the good thing about the service is that the way it's chronologically has been set up, as you can see, there are different workflow.
Mm-hmm.
And as you accomplish those workflow, the system puts a check mark next to it on the left side of the panel. So when Paul is moving and is talking about continuous improvement and expansion, for example, that falls into one category. But if you change your mind, Mr. Vijay, and you want to rethink about that and your mission is changed, right? For example, you can easily go back to number 2 and revise that. And I believe, Paul, that implication will have an impact on the other workflow. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay.
True.
Back to you.
I'm generating some product and services, so it knows about everything before, and that's how it is using and come up with some new things and new products. So
Right.
let's see virtual coaching sessions. So put that in. So I have one, and let me quickly go further, because it makes. Just clicking something. These are just some buttons you can fill in everywhere into it, because sometimes it doesn't make any sense what's sending here. But let's see what it is come up with. In this case, I'm asking.
One of the key elements always is when you're building a platform or a objectivity within your vision, mission, goals, and objectives is understanding who your customers is. If you cannot identify and profile your customers, then we suggest you definitely have a deep thinking. Who are your audience? Who are going to buy your services or your subscription, and so forth. So that's the reason it's a very, very important to target and be specific, because the more specific you are, the more precise you get answer. The more abstract you are, then you got to do filtering. Back to you.
All right. So now I've did some quickly fill in some questions here. It's and now I'm generating it. And what it comes up with is a talking sheet. Oh, and you see, I've got one. It's the ID. So I go back. Let me pull this up. So, and I did forgot to submit it. So now I go into the business plan and do it again, generating my canvas. And there it is. You see,
Yeah.
it's all on one sheet. Now you have something where you can discuss with business people, with friends, whatever, and see what am I on the good right part, or do I have to start over and fill in it again, or this is just the first phase.
Yeah.
When you
sorry.
You want to.
Yeah, just to add, to give a little bit clarity on this. This is like running a workshop, but you don't actually have to meet together in the same room, because we are online in this virtual meeting room. We are connecting with each other, and you are catching up, and you are collecting all the data and try to put them in a kind of structure and framework, exactly like the business plan. So you see in a couple of minutes there is one page overview, and from there we have a kind of talking stick, and we can move forward. We can say, okay, I think we need to have more customers, or maybe we can also give a kind of budget about the expected revenues for next year, or there are more people involved. It's very important to say, and that's what we do with Investroom. We tailor the information, we tailor it to the different stages of business development. So if this is a startup, it will be more about, okay, what is the problem solution, what we are talking about? Is it more a scale up? We talk more about product market fit. And
and one other thing complementing Bart in this subject line is when you're moving from different stages, pre-seed to the seed, and all the way to the growth stage or maturity, these are different phases of financing as well. And it's important to understand that there are different target audience or fund managers that they cater services to that finance market. So therefore, as you're growing your business, that is one of the reasons at Maxwell Rand we do 2 steps NASDAQ listings. But Investroom becomes a prelude to getting you qualified so you can build your momentum, your investment and opportunity till you qualify into those steps for growth and IPO. Back to you.
Yeah, it is even so. I need to say, Mr. Vijay, is that we have a feedback generator where experienced entrepreneurs can upload their business presentation or business plan, and the application will provide feedback and points for improvement, and that will lead to a better match with the investors. And the investors are all looking for the next. I call it not the unicorn, but the soonicorn. The companies who will be a unicorn in the future. So that's the Investroom, the place to be. Back to you, Paul.
All right. Thanks for filling me up. I want to show some couple of things. Is make the summary of it, so I can generate summary of what you have filled in. So now it's using, of course, it's writing it down, and then as last say, what I also want to do. By the way, you can make a PDF and so. And I want. Let's see what AI is thinking about my plan. So let's see if I have a good rating here.
This is when we call your baby ugly.
Yeah.
So AI comes over and tells you.
Yesterday I was facilitating a training session, and the lady in the house, she was doing this actually. And she was a little bit pissed off because she said, "Oh, my business is not scalable. I don't like that feedback."
So this time it's thinking. So I have to wait now.
So while it's thinking, maybe we should talk about some of the issues. But it's back. Go ahead.
It's back. Yeah. So what do I got? I got an 8 out of 10. So that's good.
Hey, you're doing good.
Hey.
Well done.
So I have a good plan. That's nice. So, but also give me 3 suggestions to make it better. And that's what it is doing over here. It's telling me where to be aware of. and I
Now,
can
when there
improve it
are
now.
these kind of suggestive ideas are included, like number 1, 2, or 3, can that be added to the existing business plan? And if so, how do you do that?
Yeah, what you now can do is when you see if I need to change something,
Uh-huh.
then you go back to what you have filled in and there change it and change it in the direction to make it better, and then generate it again.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
how it goes. Now, what I'm now going to do is I'm going to save this. So let me save my nice plan. I got an 8, so that's nice. That's good. And now I'm going one step deeper. It's like doing the next phase. And the next phase is building the plan itself. Because I was just not building the plan, I was just about the overview.
Yep.
And I can already pick my nice plan over here. And it takes all the information, what I've done, the work
Right.
I've done before. And now I can go on and fill in the more in-depth questions. And also here you get some help from AI, of course, where you don't know. Find me uh, more problems when I'm working on here, and it's filling, it's asking and coming up with more of them, and which you can choose from.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So
wow.
and when you do this, let's not take in all the boring stuff, but you can go on and fill in the mission, fill in the company goals, and so on. You see, it's already some filled in information.
It's like a
And
creative consultant, Mr. VJ. So you have
Right.
really a creative ally, and with the help of AI, it's actually giving you all kinds of alternatives. And you, as an entrepreneur, you can select and decide, okay, which one is the best option to move forward with.
Right. So it actually writes for you your business plan, your
Yeah,
marketing plan, and
that's
Financial
just
plans.
there's only one challenge we need to cover, and that's there will be also a lot of people who are actually looking for gold, and
Mhm.
they would like to join this program and would like to speed up a business plan and then apply at Mr. Moradi for 10 million fundraising.
Mm.
So we're not sure if we need to cover that.
Well, more importantly is that the early days before all of these technologies have become a tool to the human expertise, helping companies to build with their business plans and so forth, would take weeks and months of work
Oh, yeah.
and thousands of dollars of investment, not to mention entrepreneurs' times. Now, with the tools that we are bringing through Investroom and partnership with Custom AI, it's extremely valuable because now you can start doing series of experimentation yourself, building your customer. Because more importantly, every business, if it doesn't have a cash flow, it is not going to be qualified for investment, because investors want to see what's your sales model. And these are the things that now you can look at your blueprint, your business plan, and look at it by sharing with your peers and your colleagues, that they can give you a third party opinion. And then you can improve that through these modules that you see with the input that you receive, and refine it and enhance it that it serves your need for your business objective and investment goals. Back to you, Mr. Paul.
okay, so what I've now done is in a very short time, I created not only just the first sheet to with the canvas.
Uh-huh.
Now I also created a kind of a business plan. Only one thing is missing. Well, not missing, but it's a little bit small. That's the finance part. So the
Mhm.
next phase is if you want to bring this to an investor, then you need to also have a finance background. That's the next part.
Yep.
So what I'm now going to do, and I'm doing this on the fly. So when I pull up the finance, um, and I'm shifting to the finance, and I don't want to fill in everything. So let me
Right.
take one of my earlier work, saved work, and see what I have here. Maybe something like this or so. Um, uh, just to show you how quick you can generate this.
Right.
Not filled in, not totally filled in. No, I hope this one. Just give me a second.
You saved the wrong one.
Yeah, I saved the wrong one. Anyway, I thought this one, but anyway. Otherwise, I should fill this quickly in, and then let me see. I thought, let's see. Yeah, this is one.
Yeah.
This is
All
one.
right, here it is.
So what I've now done is the finance part. So I need to fill in some information, of course,
Right.
about the pricing of the products. So I filled in some pricing and name it. This is about the expecting sales for the next coming 12 months. So I did something there. This is about the cost, fixed monthly cost, operating expenses, the variable monthly operating expenses, so marketing costs, transportational, more variable stuff, licenses maybe, investments. So investments about, and then what's suspected growth? What do you think? In the coming the next 2 years, to the year 2 or year 3, and now I'm going to the second part of it, and I just generated. Let's remove this first. So I just hit on it, and just boom, it's there.
Yep.
So, it gives you now some more information about it, and then
And as we can imagine, the cost of hiring an independent accountant.
We're
all
used to
of these
pay
That's right.
4,000 or 5,000 euros or dollar for an accountant to have to create an outlook for the year, and now simply by answering those questions, all the information is provided. It's wonderful. Well done, Paul.
Excellent.
Right, thank you. And now a cash flow statement. So it's more to it, of course. It's not only that one. So let's remove this, and then to see you that I'm not. I think I did it sometime. Yeah.
So
There
now
it is.
Investroom AI, there's no reason to hire a consultant then.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we are bringing Investroom with human expertise, because when you need it, you can obtain it, but you are not mandated. But through the tool, either you can do DIY, right? Or you can bring the experts to guide you and advise you and help you to build a better strategy.
So will there be an option there where the users or the subscribers can subscribe and say that, human or AI or something like that? Is that
the idea? Is that you will have a check mark. You can
Right.
ask for different services, and then there will be a marketplace at Investroom AI with a series of teams of experts, colleagues, that they can make themselves available on a need basis. So rather than taking up your money or wasting your money, making yourself cost conscious, and at the same time getting the results that you're looking for becomes key element into this equation.
So what you see is that there's a structure behind it, of course. It's also structured in a way that someone else who's looking at those numbers.
Tell us a little bit about these key metrics and how it works, Paul.
Yeah. So if you've done all the information, it pulls up and it's going to calculate it.
Right.
What it's doing over here. And the same with the next one. The net profit. Yeah, I know. I did some more. So let's remove 1 or 2. And the same here with the other ones. I already did break-even analysis. Let me do that one as well.
Let me give a little add-on and context. Every information what we would like to provide or what is relevant to our investor network, and we've got 100,000 investors connected within our community, we will add to these services. So we will tailor it to the needs of the applicants. We will tailor it to the needs of our investors, and most of all, and that's put in the chapter 3, the business financial summary. And if you go there, Paul, then with one click, it gives you all the data, including a kind of context description about the pros and cons about this company and its financial position. So that will clarify the position of a potential investor, and he will immediately think of, okay, I think I'm going to talk to those guys, yes or no.
Right. Bart, I want to ask you a question, or Paul, you can answer that question if I don't know. Suppose I'm an entrepreneur for the sake of our conversation, and I had no knowledge of this platform, obviously, and I have went ahead and created an Excel file myself, right? With my help of my friends, my accountant, etc., and I have a pro forma financial. Is there a way I can upload that in here and let the system to analyze that for me and see my metrics and ratios are really good, or do I need to revise those? Is that some feature like that available, or is it coming?
Yeah, that is coming.
Okay.
It's not yet in the Investroom AI. It will coming soon, very soon.
Okay.
Because we are testing it now at the
Right.
moment, and we let a little bit of fine tuning probably,
Right.
and then we'll put it in there. So,
Right.
and that means that you can upload a document and you get information, you get feedback on it.
Okay,
Uh,
and
and
complementing Dr. Moradi's question, I have got another one for you, Paul.
yeah,
So, for an entrepreneur who is just beginning to think about raising capital, now how does Investroom AI help them prepare better than traditional methods? Example, pitch decks, networking, events, etc.
if I understand your question right, is how this is helping them to
Yes.
yeah, okay. So what you see now is in a structured way that an investor understands. So it knows, it sees, oh, this is all the information I need to know, and can evaluate a plan. But that makes them a huge step. In a very short time, you can do this um, without needing experts to make that plan because
Mhm.
it's in the structure in the right way.
Right.
And that's how it works. And then that's yeah, that will help. You can imagine how that will help.
Okay.
So the most important thing is you always want to improve, because business plan, financial plans, and these kind of content are living, breathing material,
Mhm.
because things constantly change, right? And that changes impact your business model, the economic aspect of it, the GOIP, many other variables that are involved in this equation. So taking that into consideration, you're always looking for the most efficient way to reach to the marketplace. And this becomes one of the most effective tool, because like you see inside this room right now, we are all connected. So there will be, as a part of Investroom, a room available with your pitch deck, data deck, and everything else that you even have prepared to append it and put it inside this digital media room. So when you ultimately meet an investor, because without trust, whether you got AI or no AI, nobody's going to write you a check. So mutual trust gets built through the video into a data clean room settings that we have built with Investroom, and integrated the services in here that now you can take advantage of it in your sense of privacy, meet with your constituent or your team member, and ultimately with your stakeholders. Back to you, Paul.
All right. So I want to leave it now for here. I want one thing to add. This was maybe is a good idea. When you have done this and you want to share this with someone, it's easily to share all your work. So that means that one of your members or can look at the information, the background information, not only the report, but everything what's filled in here. Um, because there is a functionality in this tool that you see default workspace. You can make all kind of workspaces, and
Right.
each project could be an own workspace, and
Yeah,
you
and
can
here,
share the workspace. And
yeah,
that's
here lies the big opportunity. Yeah, the big opportunity is really to create value to the investors and to the scale-ups and startups. But we can tailor and design the whole platform to the best fit to the need of those investors,
Right.
because not every investor is looking for a specific industry. Not every investor is looking for a specific ticket size.
Right.
Maybe we have different work spaces with, let's say, fundraising above 1 million or above 5 million, or maybe above 10 million. So
Correct.
we can really change that into each stage of business development. Also, when people are not ready yet, and I think a lot of people will apply who are definitely not ready yet, we don't say no. We say welcome on board, but we
Right.
give them points for improvement. We
Right.
give them support so their pitch deck will be better. We give them support so their business plan will evolve. It will
Yes.
evolve to a perfect situation where the business will be in potential much more profitable, and so on and so on. So finally, everyone is happy. Everyone will succeed one way or the other way. Thank you so much, Mr. VJ.
But I have got a question for you. You have got entrepreneurs using the platform. Okay. We saw Mr. Paul show us now how the entrepreneurs are going to use. You also have investors, right? Who are going
Yes.
to be engaging with the entrepreneurs. So, what kind of investors use Investroom AI? And what features does the platform provide to help them assess opportunities more efficiently?
Yeah. I also got a personal note, because also about my connection with Paul
Mm-hmm.
is I'm facilitating entrepreneurs in all kinds of sizes. I work also in the Netherlands for a bank.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, at that bank, there was a formal ING director who was used to be the director of ING in Europe, and
Mm-hmm.
he was actually mentoring all kinds of entrepreneurs within that network. And somehow he introduced Paul to me. And
Okay.
sometimes AI is really wonderful in all the technical things and in analyzing very quickly, and yeah, and so on and so on. But sometimes it's the personal twist. It's the same thing
Right.
like the spirit with Mr. Moradi, the entrepreneurial spirit. That's where the magic is, that you bring people together. So on the one hand, we have the tooling, we have the technology, and we will inspire that community. We will inspire the business plans from those entrepreneurs to improve the quality. But it's also with organizing all kinds of activities to actually connect people with each other, because the human touch, that's the unique buying advantage. I think that's the last mile, how you can really survive or win or succeed into your area of expertise.
Wow.
Correct.
Thank you. Thank you, Bud. Dr. Moradi, I have got one question for you now. Trust and security are critical in capital raising. Now, how does Investroom AI ensure KYC, know your customer, data integrity, and investor entrepreneur authentication?
Well, the challenge that you have right now is there are too many threat actors
Mm-hmm.
coming from different parts of the world that they present themselves as the good actor.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, everybody who wants to steal your money, he's not going to tell you, I'm here to rob you.
Yes, of course.
So one of the area is that always you got to build the chain of trust. I don't
Right.
care what part it is. When during the times that I used to live in Amsterdam, for example, and in Europe, one of the key elements I learned, unlike United States, is that if I don't do a handshake and I don't meet them and I don't build the trust in Europe, I will not be able to obtain a transaction or contract. Whereas in United States, I just make a phone call and I make wire transfer and things
Mhm.
like that. This cultural diversity now has expanded itself into a global phenomenon, especially with AI. And then the threat actors and the bad actors, they try to uh, cover themselves in a sheep clothes, if you will, and then come in there and destroy your business. Example of that is a colleague of mine just did an IPO in SEC and received money from Canada as one of his investors, for
Mhm.
instance. And then they halted his trade because they traced the money and it was from
Mm,
one of the Toronto's mobs.
mm,
He didn't know.
of
So
course.
what is happening with the AI now? AI is becoming the algorithm for the financial markets.
Mhm.
Okay. And one of the things that we are looking at is people that are graduating from schools or they have lost their jobs or they're looking for a new way to create or supplement their income till ultimately they can build traction. This kind of characters normally need to meet with the right audience. And that is why this profiling and characteristics of those people, because if I like textile industry and you try to sell me technology, I may not be the right investor for you.
Mhm.
So, and you will be wasting your time. So, time management, inclusion of the targeted. That's one of the reasons we ask who's your audience, who's your buyers, who's your investors. And if you don't know those kind of things, you need to really pay attention. How do we do this kind of things is really simple. We go through a series of what we call layer cake in technology. And these layer cakes are designed to start from, like in this room, you're in a data clean room setting, DCR.
Mhm.
But now the power of this room is enablement of media,
Mhm.
okay, with the streaming, with the video, with all of the things that we are doing. So when you share this link with your, investor, for instance, we are not really responsible because we are the facilitator. You're still responsible to build your trust factor with your client, but we are taking preventive measure where privacy, security, compliance, these kind of factors are equated. And there is one other thing, Paul, I wanted to ask you, just because you are building the financial models. We work in a global market where in United States, for instance, we deal with the GAAP accounting, generally accepted accounting principles, where the rest of the world is on IFRS, for instance. Are we planning to create provisions when the financial models and the cash flow come out? It satisfies that geo IP region based on those requirements? Or is it something that right now we have it as a generic format under IFRS?
Okay, nice question. I'm not sure if I can answer that because I'm not a financial
We got
guy.
to get Mark, Bart.
Yeah, we're gonna get Mark, or we call the IRS. Oh no, there's
Yeah,
nobody at the
I have
IRS. It's shut down. It's shut down.
to go down.
Sorry,
Sorry,
So
we
you
can
can't ask
answer
any.
you.
sorry, we can't answer the phone.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure who to ask. But anyway, I can maybe give a direction. Um,
Yeah.
we have built now is just a format where it's usable for a lot of investors.
Right, right,
And yes, it's easy to change that. It's not that in a way from this is it and stick with it.
right,
No, you can also change this in many ways.
right.
So just the first step, and
No,
let's see
it
what.
is imperative because the readers, the family offices, the private equities, and so forth, they have a pattern of
Yeah,
behavior. And when you change their pattern, they get confused.
yeah,
And that's one of the reasons that in part of our enhancements and procedural patterns that we are looking is that's why we just talked about like business plan. It constantly evolves. The platform with AI will completely evolve. Okay, but the general idea is right now with the launch that we are having, there is also a roadmap, and this roadmap can help you because there are experimentations we are doing in various areas, and as we make those releases available, then that improves the capability of collaboration and communication between entrepreneurs and the investors. Back to you, Mr. Vijay.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We have reached the end of our show, and probably we will have another session together with Mr. Bard and Mr. Paul Beams. A very interesting subject. I have got several questions that we don't have time to address today. But thank you to our speakers for sharing such invaluable insights into how Investroom AI is changing the fundraising landscapes for entrepreneurs and investors alike. To everyone watching, I hope today's discussion gives you both practical ideas and inspiration about how to approach your next capital raise. As we move into networking, we encourage you to explore some of the resources the team has shared. Reach out and consider how you might position yourself to benefit from this evolving ecosystem. Thank you all for joining Tech Talk today. We look forward to seeing your fundraising journeys unfold. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
Likewise, thank you so much.